doing well and you're having a blessed week. Quick check on myself before I start today's video. I'm doing much better. I feel amazing. I'm starting to feel like myself again. I have hiccups here and there and stuff, but for the most part, I'm starting to feel like myself again, which to me is awesome because I've been feeling weak and stuff for about, my daughter is 10 months, so for about 11, 12 months now, like a year. And due to pregnancy, catching COVID, and all sorts. That will be in later videos. I'll explain more in that. But yeah, I'm starting to feel great and it's a relief for me. But anyway, today's video will be about life expectancy and whether myasthenia gravis is life-threatening or not. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I will start with a quick recap on MG, aka Myasthenia Gravis. Well, Myasthenia Gravis is an autoimmune disease. Autoimmune disease tends to affect your immune system. So with Myasthenia Gravis, your immune system attacks your muscles. So it interrupts the communication from your nerve muscles to your nerves to your muscles, which makes them weak. So in my case, like I explained in other videos, I've experienced weaknesses on my eyes, droopy eyelid, arms, legs, respiratory system, and yeah. So with myasthenia gravis, the life expectancy is somewhat normal, except for in rare cases where people's symptoms are severe or they go into a really bad crisis. So for most people, they can live pretty normal lives with MG, and as long as it's maintained with medication and altering certain things that they do in life. For instance, if you're a gym person and you work out a lot, with myasthenia gravis, you're going to have to reevaluate that and take shorter bursts of exercise instead of working out for a long period of time and working out in the morning as opposed to at night, depending on when you feel weak during the day, at night, or in the morning. So you have to kind of alter your life a little bit. So if your symptoms are mild and not extreme, you can pretty much live a normal life. Whereas when I say in rare cases, myasthenia gravis can be life-threatening. If you Google myasthenia gravis, it says myasthenia gravis is a life-threatening disease. And what they mean by that is for some people who have severe symptoms and can get into a bad crisis, it can be life-threatening. For instance, when it affects your respiratory system, it affects your lungs and you can't breathe anymore, you have difficulty breathing. You have to get to the hospital as quick as possible because my doctor says it can go from 0 to 100 quick. So in most cases, when I phone my doctor, he asks what symptoms I'm having. If I mention I couldn't swallow while I was eating, he tells me to get to the hospital ASAP. Don't do anything, don't hesitate, go to the hospital ASAP. Because then it's starting to affect my respiratory muscles. So we don't want to get it to a point where it's affecting my lungs and I can't breathe properly. So as soon as you have difficulty breathing, go straight to the hospital. As soon as you can't swallow or slurred speech, straight to the hospital. And sometimes when you're feeling extremely weak, even if it's not your respiratory muscles, my last hospital visit was about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago, and I was feeling extremely weak in my legs and my arms, and he told me to go straight to the hospital. So it's about kind of evaluating and paying close attention to what you're feeling, which is new to me. So the things that I normally did before, like if you feel tired and you want to go and rest, I have to kind of evaluate like, what am I feeling? Take time to actually pinpoint what is wrong so I can make the right choice. It's pretty scary sometimes because obviously I don't want to make the wrong choice. And to me, some of the feelings that I feel, I don't want to be dramatic. So I have to kind of be careful in how I feel. So I tend to call my neurologist a lot lately because some of the symptoms are new to me. Like I said in the previous videos, most of the symptoms I had was droopy eye. So it was new to me when I had a crisis and my eye didn't get droopy. So I'm still learning. So I wrote some stuff down so I don't miss anything. Also, myasthenia gravis is life-threatening for people who already have pre-existing conditions or who develop other conditions while they have myasthenia gravis. So most of the triggers for some of the triggers for myasthenia gravis are stress. So if you have another illness that might cause you stress, obviously it's going to trigger your myasthenia gravis. If you have another illness that causes you to have an extreme fever or causes you to have an infection, it's going to trigger your myasthenia gravis. So sometimes it can be life-threatening for other people that have serious pre-existing conditions. Also, life expectancy. Well, statistics say roughly 3% of people who develop MG will die from this disease. And people at higher risk are 40 and older. Yeah, I'm 32, so hopefully by 40 I have this handled. I'm praying I go into remission. Forgot to mention that some people do go into remission with myasthenia gravis. Some people it's a permanent remission where myasthenia gravis doesn't come back. And for other people it's temporary. It goes away for a while and then comes back. When they're in remission, it's not gone, it's just dormant. So they still have the illness, but it's just dormant at the time. So that's pretty much it on life expectancy and whether it's life-threatening. So it is life-threatening, but in rare cases. Myasthenia gravis is a pretty rare disease. So like I said, most of the information that's out there is, you wouldn't say they did research studies on them. It's studies on the few people that they have the disease, that get diagnosed with the disease, because sometimes it can go undiagnosed because myasthenia gravis has like a fine line with other illnesses, so it can go misdiagnosed at times. I also had some questions. I answered some of the questions with the video because I was asked about life expectancy, life-threatening, and that kind of information. Another question I was asked was how it has impacted my daily life. Well, for the first 2 years I had it, I wouldn't say it really impacted me that much unless I was in a crisis. For instance, when I first diagnosed, if you watch the last video, it impacted my vision and my eyelids. So I worked in a department store in cosmetics. I had to have my makeup done, and every time I would wear eyeshadow, my eyes would get droopy. And for the longest, like I said, I didn't know what was causing that until I got diagnosed. But I noticed that even after that, when I was taking medication, for the longest, if I would put makeup on, my eye would get droopy. So it affected, I wouldn't say it really affected me that much because I still put makeup on because I worked in cosmetics. When it comes to life at home, for the first 2 years, it really didn't affect me that much. Only after I got pregnant and I got sick with COVID have I really been affected that much. For instance, at the moment, I'm not working out or doing anything extreme just because I'm trying to get to a point where I'm fully recovered. But I was told that I have to, example, if I'm doing laundry, the clothes from upstairs, I have to get them down without having to do multiple trips. So I throw the clothes down the stairs and then get them all in the pile and then move them to the laundry room. my doctor would prefer me to put a chair in the laundry room, take the clothes and put them in the washing machine. But I don't do that, which is not good, because after I get up from doing all that action, I do kind of feel tired and exhausted. It's just me learning that the things that I used to do, I can't really do them right now. And so I get weak very quickly. So I have to do things in moderation. So if I'm doing laundry, I'll do the laundry and take a break. And then I might get back to it. I might fold clothes and get tired, take a break, and then I might get back into it later. So that's how it's altered my life. With the baby, recently, after I got hospitalized, it got to a point where I couldn't carry her for a long period of time. So most of the time I'm taking a lot of breaks. Walking down the stairs, I remember I got to a point where I had to sit on the stairs and kind of shuffle myself down the stairs and stuff. Thank God now she can crawl up the stairs. So, because I couldn't really carry her up the stairs as good as before, and it used to scare me because I didn't want to drop her. So now I walk behind her and she's crawling. It gets to a point for me where I walk down the stairs and I have to take breaks because I can't breathe. Well, I can breathe, but it's just, you know, when you get tired, yeah, you just get out of breath quicker. So yeah, it's just taking shortcuts to a lot of things. Like I got to a point recently where I was washing dishes and I had to get my bar stool, put it by the sink and wash the dishes because I literally felt pain. It felt like my body hurt from my head to my toes. It's weird. I can't explain everything, but I'm just finding shortcuts to everything and resting as much as possible. So at the moment, I'm not working. That's another. Yeah, that has affected me going back to work as sooner than I wanted to. I don't know if that made sense, but basically I'm staying home longer than I had anticipated because of Myasthenia Gravis, but also there's other factors around that. So it's not totally because of Myasthenia Gravis, but it was part of the reasons that made my final decision to stay home. Okay, so that's how it affected me. Another question was anything that I find hard to do now or can't do. Like I mentioned earlier, right now I can't exercise. When I can exercise, because I do a lot of HIIT training, my doctor advised that instead of doing it Monday to Friday, do it every other day and then have those other days to rest. So that's what I'm implementing. And I think I touched on things that I find hard to do in the question about how it's impacted my life. But yeah, thank you everyone. I'll leave it there because I don't want it to be a lengthy video. It kind of is lengthy already, but I'm sorry. Thank you for tuning in again, and thank you for everything and the well wishes that everyone is sending me. Thank you so much. And please like, share, subscribe. I will see you again next week, Thursday. If you guys have any questions, any information, anything that you feel might help me or help anyone else that you want me to share, please comment below. I hadn't noticed that I had turned off my comments, but I will turn them on. Comment, let me know. Thank you. Have a great week. Bye.